Hey guys, Kyle the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for My Hero Academia, chapter 178. And so let's just jump right into it. And the beginning of the chapter details pretty much the final touches of all the students and teachers, putting details the final touch that all the students and teachers are putting on the festival before it begins. And there is actually very specific detail. I think we definitely, for those who are reading this chapter, I think you really need to pay attention to one specific aspect, which is that in that beginning chunk, you see Togata and Aizawa are traveling to the festival by car. And considering how close Izuku is in proximity to school, I'm pretty sure they'll notice what's going on. Pretty much, pretty much, and even notice what's going on. And I'm pretty sure when they pretty much do notice what's like Izuku and Gentle are fighting in close proximity to school itself. So then that means that Aizawa and Togata and Eddie, they are on their way to they're on the way to the festival now, which is happening at the school. So in essence, they are going to notice the fight that Izuku's gotten himself into. That is, assuming that after what happened in this chapter, that Brava and Gentle are still there, of course. So I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is as they drive by, Togata and Aizawa are going to notice the commotion, and then from there, Aizawa was going to check out the scene and probably jump in to help Izuku. But again, this kind of all falls under the category of if Izuku can hold on just a little bit longer and prevent them from escaping, I guess. But I don't know. I'm not seeing it in the cards for him right now. Uh, so aside from that, this chapter brought up a rather interesting perspective, which in this particular case, in this particular chapter, if you look at the chapter in a certain way, Izuku's the villain. Izuku straight up is the villain of this chapter. Like, he's the one standing in Gentle and Brava's way from accomplishing their dreams. And even though we have yet to really know the extent of what those dreams and goals have to do with UA, like, Izuku, like, okay, it's really tough to really explain fully, but the best way I can is that when you look at the bulk of Izuku's actions, a lot of them are very dark. A lot of his actions in this particular chapter have a certain air of darkness to them, and every action he was taking was drawn in a very brutal way. Like everything Izuku was doing was extremely brutal, and like he was going to extreme. Izuku was going to extremes just for the simple purpose of capturing the two of them. And what's really interesting for me about this is that I feel that in a way that this fight in this chapter it actually plays a heavy. It actually I feel this chapter it played well it played well into pretty much into Stain's importance of the story, because Stain's whole role in My Hero Academia was pretty much to prove that the hero society system that exists right now, it's pretty much all based on powered up junkies who are misusing their power. And in this particular case, I feel Izuku has good intentions for what he's doing, but at the same time, he's also misusing his power as well, and misusing and abusing his power as well, and that does play into Stain's argument that this whole society is built on powered up junkies who only care about flexing their muscles in order to fight villains and whatnot, and never with really any intention of actually trying to save people. And like pretty much like honestly, like I honestly felt more sorry for pretty much for both Brava and Gentle in this case, and we don't even know that much about them. Like it's really kind of astonishing, really. And And I feel with this particular chapter too, like in this particular sense as well. Like I one thing I feel is that I feel that this moment, like right now, with particularly how Izuku is being portrayed in this chapter, I feel that this is like the genuine moment where it's the genuinely best moment. I think for Horikoshi to actually incorporate just Izuku and the Brava and and Gentle just kind of talking it out. And the reason why I'm pushing this so hard is because for a while it seems like Horikoshi has kind of done his best in order to avoid in order to avoid that specific cliche and only using it in certain times where he deems it necessary, I guess. But here's the thing: if he was ever to use it again, this is one of those necessary times. It's a time where I almost feel that Izuku and Labrava and Gentle just sitting down, talking this shit out is an important step here. Like, because yeah, Izuku again. I say it again. Izuku was acting like a straight up. To me, Izuku was acting like a straight up villain in this chapter. It's actually kind of astonishing how much Izuku actually scared me in this chapter. So yeah, I again, I know Horikoshi doesn't like to use it, but I think now is the time for the talk no jutsu, and I genuinely feel that Horikoshi can in fact use it better than Kishimoto. So yeah, now's the time to freaking use it, Horikoshi, or soon anyway. Um, Now another thing to note in this chapter is Lebrava's quirk, and I was way off the mark with her power, and to be honest, I'm not sure how to feel about it. I mean, it does just very slimly skirt by from being fairy tale bad on just the simple grounds that the power up itself has a limited duration, but I'm not sure how to take the whole powering up because of love thing. I mean, again, I guess you could see it as Horikoshi playing around with the oldest shonen cliche in the book of love and friendship being what powers you up, but using it as an actual application for a quirk, it just seems odd and almost out of place to me. Like it really just I again I don't wanna stoke any fires here because I know I know we've already been through this whole bullshit with pretty much Eddie. Honestly, I think I'd even argue this is kind of making, if you want to look at it as, if people want to look at it as this being worse than the Eddie situation, then I would fully agree with them. But at the same time, I can't. I'm not sure where to place my feelings on this. I guess you could say at the end of the day, like it could work. I think if done a certain way, it maybe could work, but the quirk itself, like I'm I'm genuinely lost on how to feel about this one. To be honest with you, like I in a way in a way it does bother me quite a bit that love was what was being used as a power up, but it's I don't know. I mean, yeah, but I mean, on the other hand, on the positive side of this, on the other hand, on the positive side of this, however, I will say positive, which is that in a way it does play into what makes La Brava and Gentle a good team to begin, like a good ultimate tag team to begin with, and I am genuinely curious to see how Gentle is going to utilize this new power up in conjunction with his own quirk. I will say that, like, basically all the lead up, I guess you could say for me, all the lead up to the power up itself basically was kind of bullshit, but the power up itself actually does have me genuinely curious, and I'm interested to see how Gentle is going to utilize his new power in conjunction with his own quirk, especially considering from what we saw in this chapter, like at the end part of this chapter, he basically took out he nearly took out Izuku's basically almost chopped Izuku's neck off with a single karate chop. Like, that is scary enough in itself. So yeah, like right now, I guess what you guys can take away from this is I have very mixed feelings on how I feel about Brava's quirk, but I'm intrigued as to where this end result is going to take it, I guess. Um, what I'm not mixed on, however, is Brava's backstory, and I don't know what it is. If it was just the shading, the amount of detail that went into the backstory, just like seeing Brava as this lonely solemn girl who was just sad all the time. But yeah, that definitely got to me a bit. And it's funny because these characters are still just such an enigma. But I did feel legit sad for Brava. I did feel legit sad for Brava when she was just constantly being rejected over and over and over again, and none of it was really even her fault. It was just that it's a situation where you can't really help the where you really can't help a situation because of a power or something else that's been that they or something else that's about you. Like, it's something you can't help. It's just part of who you are. And if you look at it that way, I it actually does play into love being. This is the first time, I think, in a shonen or just in a shonen or just in a manga. Most of the time in manga in general, like, except for maybe majority of seinen like Berserk and Tokyo Ghoul, that really takes love to a freaky ass level. But I think this is the first time, definitely in a shonen, where I've seen love being portrayed in such a negative light. And Brava, I'll just say this: if it makes you feel any better, you're nowhere near the creepy level. The creepy level that basically all your peers were saying you were. Like, honestly, the creepiness level, that honor goes to Yuno Gasai from Future Diary, and basically every single tsundere in that has existed in anime and manga existence. Like, every single creepy person who can be labeled as a tsundere. Yeah, all of them. You definitely have nothing on the creepiness level that all those that every single character that can be labeled as that have. So yeah, just buck up, Brava, okay? So but yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have for this review. If you enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe, and actually, guys, I really want you to comment on this video, because I really want to know your thoughts as to what you thought of the whole of Brava's power. Because, like I said, I'm very mixed, and very mixed, and I don't know what to think about it, honestly. So yeah, just really comment down below as to what you think of Brava's power. And yeah, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Death Knight of Anime, signing off. Later, guys.